I am really close to 30. It's closer than it's ever been. 30 is closer than it's ever been, and I'm a little worried. Hi, I have done a lot of these video diaries, I guess, in the past for myself alone, where no one can see them, between me, God, and I guess the cloud. Anyway, this will be my first time editing one and posting it because I'm just not really feeling writing anything right now. I'm not really feeling anything right now. December kind of does that to me. But we are going to use this, we being me, myself, and I, we're going to use this as a creative outlet to feel something. And even if we don't feel something, at least we created and produced something. And that is something that I want to be proud of. And I like being proud of myself. So I'm normally proud of myself when I finish a project. So here we are. Some of my favorite content creators lately have been people just opening their laptop, turning on their webcam, and just recording. And I've really felt that kind of content lately. So because I've been consuming it, I wanted to try it. So here we are. I'm literally on my computer. I will say I have a very nice part of my setup, and that is my microphone that is a little bit out of the camera. Shout out my little brother who gave me a really nice mic because he didn't use it. That's it. It wasn't even part of Christmas, but it was a wonderful Christmas gift nonetheless. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas, by the way. Kwanzaa, Hanukkah. Anyway, so I have some thoughts. I've written out some things. I really want to start with what I would consider the dilemma of the new year. Because the Gregorian calendar is so why do we start the new year in January? No offense, Capricorns, y'all are cool. But why are we starting the new year when everything is dead? And in 2 words, I could say white supremacy, but in a couple more words, it's the Roman origins. Obviously, everything is Roman origin in these Western civilizations. Political and administrative reasons. The Republic, the ancient Republic, Rome, saw a good time to start the new year, also be the time that new politicians come into power. Oh my God, we do the same thing. So yeah, political administrative reasons and just religious and cultural shifts in medieval Europe. All of that to say white supremacy. I don't necessarily want to abide by the new year being in January, but seeing as I live in America, and I just need, like personally, I need to reflect on what this year has meant to me, what has happened this year. We are going to use January 1st as kind of an opening into the new year, although I fully believe that we should celebrate it closer to the spring equinox. There's a reason why Aries is the beginning of the astrological chart, okay? And as an April baby, spring just makes sense. It's a time of renewal and things are coming back to life. I digress. Partly my dilemmas that I'm kind of trying to cope with right now are, how am I going into this new year of renewal and growth while, the world is dead around me, and I love being outside, and it's just hard for me right now to be outside. As of right now, it is 1:12. The sun's gonna go down in like 3 hours. Oh, if I didn't laugh, I'd cry. So that's something that we're working on. I want to take some time to reflect on this year. And to do that, I'm just going to break this up into 3 different parts: the past, present, and the future, because time isn't real, it's not linear, and I can talk about all 3 at the same time, okay? So let's first start with past and just reflect on this year. I'm going to give you my top 5 things that I have done this year. And I'm going to start with my honorable mention. And my honorable mention is obtaining, completing my 4th college degree. My 4th. Now, Kiana, why the fuck did you do that? I was in a different space when I started 2 years ago, okay? Anyway, I graduated this year with my MBA. Not to mention I had a full-time job and I had a GA position. Yeah, there is something to Black women being bored. Let me tell you, when a Black woman is bored, when we need somewhere to, we just instantly go to academia. Probably why academia is no longer considered something that is worthy of note, and why AI is taking over. I knew I'd talk about AI eventually. I knew AI would come into the conversation. Anyway, that was my honorable mention. My top 5, in no ranking order, are 1, going to Japan. I went to Japan this year for 2 weeks. I went with school, so that was a wonderful thing that school allowed for me to do. Go to another country. I had been to Mexico before for a friend's wedding and nowhere else. So the flight was long. It was such a cool place that we went in March. The cherry blossoms were just starting to bloom. We went to Kyoto, this small little mountain town called Matsumoto, and we ended in Tokyo. What a cool fucking country, dude. So whatever, people love to talk about Japan. I could belabor the point. It was a really, really cool place to visit. I loved that I went with school. Great networking. And I am a networker, hate to say. What can I say? I'm always going to have a job. So Japan was great. Another top 5 of 2025 is how much I walked this year. I walked so much this year. There was so much movement in my life. Not all of it voluntary, but there was a lot of movement in my life. And I really appreciated walking. I checked my stats. I wear a Garmin watch, so every single thing that I do from the time I wake up to the time I sleep is tracked because I never take this baby off, okay? I averaged about 13,000 steps a day. That is crazy, okay? That's really wild. Very proud of myself. Another top 5 of this year is that I moved into my own apartment. You can't see it, but you can see all my books. And this is like the only place where I have knickknacks and tchotchkes and things. And so these are just some of the books that I have, and a couple of library books that I need to get to. But yeah, I moved into my own apartment. I've never lived alone. I am communal by nature. I have always had at least one roommate, and this is new. New doesn't mean bad, so I'm grateful nonetheless. I moved into my own apartment. I backpacked alone. I went on a backpacking trip October of this year, I think, south of my city, and in a little state park called Savage Gulf. It was not savage. It was really, really tame. She was fine. I really loved it. I enjoyed myself so much. Backpacking is different from camping because when you backpack, you are bringing in all the things that you need to a campsite that is not accessible by a vehicle. You have to hike there. So I went out to a campground. It was really, really beautiful. There was another family there, so I didn't feel like totally alone. But it was really great, and I read a lot, and I did not get good sleep at all. Sleep was bad, and I woke up in the middle of the night for like 30 minutes because I heard something like scurrying near me. It sounded big, was likely a deer, but it freaked me out, and I just kept like making a lot of noise to make it leave. But other than that, it's fine. And that's something that I knew would happen because it's easier to make a lot of noise when there's a lot of people. When there's only one person, when you go to sleep, you in essence just really stop making noise. And so critters don't really know what's going on. So they're going to come to you. Anyway, all that to say, it wasn't scary. It was just like like there are things going on outside of this tent that I don't know about. But other than that, the backpacking was really cool. And I was very proud of myself that I did it alone and that I can do that alone. I am a hyper independent human being, put it like that. And because of that, I always just think that I can do everything. And unfortunately, backpacking, unfortunately, backpacking taught me that I actually can do everything. I can cook my own food. I can make my own fire. I can keep up with a map when I don't have access to cell service. I can read a compass properly and note when I'm going the wrong way or note when something looks off. I can keep myself safe. All of those things just reinforced my own confidence in myself, and I'm very proud of that. Lastly, I completed several creative projects this year. Several creative projects. This being one of them, because I will finish this and post it on Substack/YouTube on New Year's Eve. So this will be done before 2025 is over. Some of my creative projects include finishing a quilt for a friend from start to finish. Really cool. It was huge. It's a huge quilt. It had 25 t-shirts on it, either fronts or backs of t-shirts. So it wasn't just like a regular quilt. I also had to add the interfacing onto the t-shirts. I had to cut the t-shirts. I had to measure them. I had to make each measurement of the t-shirt block the same size throughout the quilt. It was a process, but I finished it. And my friend gave it to her mom for Christmas, and I'm just very proud that I was able to do that. I did a couple really cool videos this past year with my camcorder and just editing. I have a 98 Sony Handycam. Love that thing. It is damn near the same age as me. It uses high 8 video that you can put into a VHS, but I don't have a VHS. I just connect it to my computer and we make it work. But I made some really cool videos this year with that. And so not only do they look really cool, but I also got to edit videos. And that is something that I enjoy doing. I enjoy editing videos. I also, this hasn't gone out yet, and I'm not even going to show it in here, but I also made a zine for my friends, and I'm going to send out to them at the beginning of this year, beginning of 2026. I'm going to mail out a couple of them to some of my friends. It's a mix of collages that I made physically with magazines, some flash fiction, just some really super short essays that I wrote about all types of topics, some book and movie recommendations, all types of things, just as a fun project, because December is really, really hard on me. And normally around this time, I give myself a project to focus on. And that was my project for the month. And so I told myself I was going to finish it before the beginning of 2026 so that I could send it out before I explicitly told myself I was going to finish my zines, send them out to my friends before Aquarius season started. Because I don't trust them bitches. I might keep that in, I might not. Anyway, I wanted to get the zine out during Capricorn season. It's a very good time to start something and finish something. Capricorns just know how to do that. So that's what I'm trying to abide by. So that's just my reflection on the year. I could have talked about so many other things. I've read a lot of really good books. I've read a lot of really, 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 really good books. They are not even shown here. I've read so many good books. I don't even know if I want to talk about some of the books that I've read because it kind of just it seemed like a feat to do at this point. And I kind of talk about them a little bit in the zine that I wrote. So I might post that after I send it to my friends, or maybe some of what I wrote about or some of the collages, I might post them after they receive it. Does that make sense? Anyway, the present. We've gone through the past. Now let's talk about the present. How am I living? What am I doing? What is kind of pushing me forward into this new year, into this time of renewal, into this time of kind of what I'm going to consider a little bit of hibernation until the springtime? What's going to push me to that? And I came up with 4 C's. Those 4 C's are creativity, curiosity, community, and craft. Craft is like building my skills. Whatever skills I'm trying to build this year, how can I hone my craft? Whether that be running, because I really, really like it, and I see myself probably running a marathon next year, as everyone does before they turn 30, okay? And I'm really close, y'all. I am incredibly close to 30. I am really close to 30. It's closer than it's ever been. 30 is closer than it's ever been, and I'm a little worried. Anyway, honing my craft is really important. So that is one of my C's. Another is community. I am currently going through my Saturn return. My Saturn is in Aries in the, clock it, 7th house, which is like the house of friendship, community, building lasting relationships. During this time in my life, I'm seeing that shake a lot. A lot of people that I thought would be in my life forever maybe aren't. And some people that maybe aren't in my life anymore might come back. You know, like things are going to ebb and flow and change in these next 2 years for me. And I'm taking that in stride. So community is really important to me right now. Honing that, creating that, building community, even with the people I live near, right? My other 2, creativity and curiosity, are kind of connected. I'm a curious ass bitch, always have been. So just maintaining that, not being willing to stick to the status quo, and also I don't want to adhere to rigid like ideologies that we see on the internet, that we see in social media, that we see in politics. I don't want to adhere to a rigidity that does not allow me to be empathetic to other people. Curiosity is really good at not allowing that to happen. So staying curious is really important to me. Another very important piece that I'm going to take into this year, piece of my own philosophy, is creativity. And this is an example. I did my makeup. Can you tell? I could not be a beauty influencer at all, because I was like, how would I explain this? And also sometimes you just need to feel hot, and I just really needed to feel hot. I hadn't felt hot in a long time. I haven't felt like very attractive in a long time. That's a lot of information that you did not need. But anyway, those are my 4 C's for my present moment. And now the future. What am I going to take into this new time? Or what am I going to continuously think about as we go into 2026? And I'm going to start by saying my word of the year. I'm going to say my 2025 word, in reflection, what I think my word was for this year, and the word that I want to kind of embody in 2026. So in 2025, I would say it was a year of metamorphosis. You feel me? Like Kafka ain't got shit on this year, on me, okay? On me. This was a year of cocooning and blossoming into something different. Not necessarily going to say better or worse, but something different. And 2026, and this is something that I wrote about that my friends are gonna see, I can't wait, is that word is radical. Radical has a lot of different meanings. The one that we normally think about is like extreme, fringe, someone or something that is like far out of the norm. And that's fine. I also mean that definition. But another definition of the word that I like and I want to also focus on and not miss is fundamental, the root of something. So trying to ground myself in just who I am, the things that I liked as a child, the things that I really got into as a teenager, the things that I might have skirted around as an early 20-something, and, you know, the things that I might forget about as a late 20-something going into her geriatric years. You feel me? Yeah, the word for 2026 for me is radical, and I'm really going to hold on to that. And also love and respect and cherish my 2025 year of metamorphosis. Those two things can exist at once. Next, I want to talk a little bit about my vision board. I might put that somewhere here. We'll see. But my vision board has a lot of really good quotes in it. And my favorite, I cannot remember the name of the person that wrote it, but it's in the vision board. But the quote is really short, and it's, "I desire violently, and I wait." Because I do. I desire violently, and I wait. I wait, and I allow life to happen. And I always get what I want. Or it comes to me in a new way that is just as good, right? So I desire violently and I wait. And that one really sticks with me. I have a couple 4-leaf clovers on my vision board because I love 4-leaf clovers. I think they are really, really cool, and I find them a lot. I also look for them, and people aren't stopping to look for 4-leaf clovers anymore. It's like you do it when you're 7 and then you stop and then you die. Don't do that. Continue looking for 4-leaf clovers. Remember that you can slow the fuck down and look at the ground and see what's growing from it. It's a really great thing to do. It really slows you down in life. So 4-leaf clovers are important to me. Again, reading. I love reading. I'm probably going to continue doing a lot of really cool research in this next year. I'm going to continue on with my creative pursuits. I really like writing on Substack. That is something that has been very, very fun for me. How am I going to kind of track my year? Because I'm a tracker. These are 2 planners, 2023, 2024, 2025, and I have my newest planner. And this one's for 2026. This is the Midori Habino. It is a Japanese planner. It's an A6 size. Wish I could tell you more. We won't call them A6 over here, but okay. But anyway, this sticker is one that I cannot commit to pinning down anywhere yet, so it's just in the cover, and it's from the Anti Gentrification Coffee Collective in Memphis. Shout out, MASMA. So don't buy this. Please underconsume in 2026. Buy less in 2026. But I knew that I'm a planner, so I use planners, so I do a lot of research in the planners that I use. I use it nearly every day. Yeah, girl. Yeah, you want to come here? You want to say hi? Come here. No? Okay. No. Sasha said no. She doesn't want to make a debut. Yeah, I might put a picture of her in here. So, all that to say, this has been a hell of a year for me, for many. It has been a hell of a year politically. It has been a hell of a year culturally. We have learned a lot about ourselves in this year. I hope you have. I hope you've learned a lot about the place that you live in. Please be aware of what's going on in your community. Be aware of in whatever way that might mean for you. Stay aware. Know your neighbors. Befriend a neighbor in this new year if you can. show up for your friends and family when you can, in whatever way you can. I'm very grateful. 2025 took me through a lot, but it did not kill me. It made me the woman I am now. And the woman I am now is hot and smart. And she can't really ask for much else. You feel me? So that's really all I ever wanted. I've only ever wanted to be hot and smart, and you know what I mean? Like, oh, when you get it, it's finally like, yes. Anyway, it would have been really easy for me to just like chalk it up to the game and say fuck it this year and fall apart. But that's not the kind of bitch I am. So that was never gonna happen anyway, because I have confidence in myself, and I hope that you have confidence in yourself as well. So I don't know if you're gonna hear from me again in January. You might, we'll see. But I'm grateful to you, especially since I'm sending this via Substack. That means you're going to get it in your inbox. So thank you for being a part of my little journey. Yeah. It's been a year. It's been a year. We did it, Joe. Oh my God. I'm going to see Kamala in Memphis. Shout out. On J15. And if you don't know, that is the Founders Day for my sorority. So I'm gonna be pink and green out in the Orpheum, baby. Pink and green out in the Orpheum. I cannot wait. And I'm going with my mom, and that's really great. Which means I need to read her new book between now and January 15th. I can do it. I care about you a lot, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful new year. But remember that the spring equinox is the real new year, and you can't really start over until Aries season. So anyway, bye.